Good evening. I'm meteorologist Will Harkins, and here with your weather headlines. As you've probably noticed by now, those clouds have returned and they are thicker than ever. Tonight we have a chance of some spotty showers here or there as a front approaches, and then tomorrow we actually have a chance of some thunderstorms too. So let's take a look now at that regional radar, and as you can see, there is a lot of rain associated with this storm, and currently it's beginning to move through the northern part of Alabama, and it's going to work its way down here towards the coast into overnight and into tomorrow morning. Let's take a quick look at the setup. Currently, there's a lot of clouds with this one, not as much as the last system we had, but it is very warm and humid out ahead of this front. You've probably noticed it by how sticky it is outside. But behind this front, it's going to be much cooler and drier, which should bring a chance for a break in those clouds Saturday afternoon. Now, moving this forward, here's your current forecast. Tomorrow afternoon, the front should be pushing through our area. And as we take this forward, that cooler, drier air should bring some break in the clouds for your Saturday afternoon, but they'll be back, as always. So, look at tomorrow's highs. 72 in Mobile, 70 degrees for New Orleans. Very warm out ahead of this front over into the Florida Peninsula, up into the 80s there. But back behind the front, much cooler conditions with highs in the mid to upper 50s. Now, for tonight's forecast, we have a low of 62 degrees. Few showers here and there, but nothing major. Winds light out of the southeast at 4 to 8 miles an hour. For tomorrow's forecast, high of 72 degrees. Showers and thunderstorms for your early morning hours. Winds will be out of the south at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, looking at your extended outlook, Friday again is your best chance of rain for this weekend. However, going into Saturday, that front should bring some slightly drier conditions, should see some sunshine there. Highs will be in the lower 70s for most of your weekend. And as we take this forward into next week, chance of showers remain for the early part of next week, but should begin clearing out as the week comes to a close. Highs will be in the mid-70s, and that is your weather for today. I'm your meteorologist, Will Harkins. Good evening, I'm your meteorologist, Will Harkins. Let's take a quick look at those weather headlines out there for you. Unfortunately, those clouds are back and they're thicker than ever. With those clouds, we have a slight chance of some showers tonight, and that chance will increase moving into your Friday with a possibility of some thunderstorms out there. But we're keeping an eye on it as the front approaches. As you can see here, there is just a whole lot of rain out there, spreading all the way down from Houston, Texas on up into the Ohio River valleys. But there's just a lot of rain out there, and this is going to bring with it a chance for rain for those of us here along the Gulf Coast. And what's causing all this is this front that's making its way down into the south right now. Out ahead of this front, some very warm, humid air, which is fueling some of these thunderstorms associated with this front. And back behind it, we have much cooler, drier conditions, which will hopefully dry things out for us just in time for the weekend. So as we take this forward, forecast is showing that the front should begin moving through the area by mid-afternoon on your Friday, bringing with it some chance of showers for those of us down here on the Gulf Coast. But as we take this forward, front clears out and brings with it a chance of some sunnier conditions, a little bit cooler conditions as well, but also chance of some clouds will be as the front passes through. Looking at your highs for tomorrow, much cooler back behind the front with highs in the mid to upper 50s. Out ahead of this front, it'll still be a little bit warmer in the 70s, and down into the peninsula of Florida, peninsula of Florida, we have temperatures up into the 80s, which is good for those of you who are going on spring break tomorrow, because it is going to be very lovely down there. Taking this forward now into tonight's forecast, we have a low of 62 degrees, so a very mild and very sticky night out there for you. Slight chance of some showers, but nothing major there. Moving into tomorrow, we have a high of 72 degrees. Showers and thunderstorms are likely. Pretty good winds of about 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the south. Much cooler inland though. Again, this is going to be associated with all that rain-cooled air. Taking a look now at your weekend forecast. It's going to start off a little rough, 60% chance of rain on Friday, but as we move into Saturday and Sunday, that percentage has dropped down into the 20s. Highs will still be in the 70s for you, and should be a nice weekend to start off your spring break. Remember to set your clocks back Sunday morning or Saturday night because it is daylight savings time. And as we take a look at your extended forecast for next week, chance of showers will remain through the early part of the week, but will clear out by week's end, bringing with it much nicer and warmer weather. That is the weather for today. I'm your meteorologist, Will Harkins.